Welcome back to PAX East 2018 at the Shack News booth. I am Charles, this is Asif, and with us we have a special guest. Black Oni is here.
Hello, hello.
He does not have his gun. That'd probably be there'd be some issues.
With these security lines.
No love bullets for us.
I don't have a costume. If I do that, it's going to be bad news.
Yeah. So how is PAX going for you?
Yo, PAX is amazing. It's just been an awesome opportunity to get to see people in person that I've already known, seeing you again in person, seeing so many people who see me on live, on stream, or on a podcast or something. It's just awesome to have that experience, and I hope that more people get that opportunity.
Yeah, and for the people that don't know, he is a Twitch affiliate. Boston is your hometown. This is your home turf right here, right?
The only thing I had to worry about was traffic, and let me tell you.
Yeah, and of course they're doing construction on Summer Street.
Of course.
The week of PAX. What's up with that?
They're doing construction on Summer Street, on the highway, on the roads leading up to the highway. There's been construction going on like around where I live for like 4 years, and it doesn't look like they actually did anything. So I'm like,
it's like they're just there.
Are you just there?
Collecting a
I swear to
paycheck.
God, I feel like they just dig a hole, fill it up, dig it again, and fill it up. Like just so they can,
Gotta
it's
get
like some
paid.
sort of boondoggle
Yes.
with the government.
It's ridiculous.
So when people tune in to Black Oni on Twitch, what can they expect? What kind of things do you do on there?
So I'm mostly a variety streamer. As of right now, I'm playing a lot of Fortnite, a lot of Overwatch, and a lot of Monster Hunter World. But I like to mix it up. I like to bring other things into the experiences because there's so many games and experiences that people can get tuned into if the right person kind of like puts them on. So for example, like I do podcasting as well. So we'll have a podcast on my channel, or I'll do creative work. So I'll be working on my comic book, doing a creative live stream. I can't work on the pages because I don't want spoilers, but like I can work on promotional artwork for it on stream.
Right.
So,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gotcha. So how long have you been doing it? How long have you been streaming?
Around 3 years. Around 2 years is when I was like serious, like make a schedule. I'm gonna make sure my brand presence is strong online. I'm gonna like do this, that, and the third. So it was about 2 years since I was like really going hard.
What was it that clicked for you? Like what made you think, okay, I can do this legitimately and keep it going?
So I want to take this moment to give a shout out to my man Andy Lunique.
Okay.
There was an event that we did, I think in 2015, where we did a live stream for charity. It was Extra Life.
Yeah.
And I think I was there for like 17 hours.
Oh, wow.
So it was like a 24-hour marathon. He cooked for us. We're hanging out, goofing around, and just doing a live stream for charity. And it was just like so magical. It was so amazing to have that experience with them, but also to know that I was doing it for a great cause.
We do Extra Life every year,
Yeah.
and like it's intoxicating
Yes.
when you're like, I
Yeah.
just raised money playing video games,
For kids,
For kids?
who are like in dire need of it.
right?
Yeah.
It's just such a good feeling.
Yeah, it was awesome. So once that happened, I was just like, all right, I guess I'll stream a little bit. And so
Give it a dip a toe.
just dip a toe, a little finger, you know. And from there, my voice is already gone.
Yeah, it's going.
From there, it was just a matter of time before I really kind of integrated it into my like everyday structure.
Gotcha.
So I just started getting connected with people who were just awesome people. Whether it was just like on accident or like someone was like, hey, you have to meet so-and-so, you have to meet this person, you have to, you got to get on this Chocolate Thunder podcast that I put together. It wasn't called Chocolate Thunder at the time, but we made it a thing. And
yeah.
so
I've watched one of the Chocolate Thunder
Yeah.
clubs. It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. But you're part of the Cookout fam too, right?
I am.
Yeah,
I
that's
am.
kind of how, well, we've been running in the same circle and probably didn't know it for a little bit of time.
Absolutely.
But you got to do the Black History Month streams. You were one of the featured faces for that.
It was an honor.
What was that?
It was an honor.
Yeah, it was a magic. How was that whole experience?
It was so much more interesting than I thought it would be.
Yeah?
Because there were a lot of questions I had. There was a lot of confidence I had in my ability to keep an audience engaged during that time. But there were so many questions I had about the before and after. Like, what kind of things should I look out for? And like I had like a whole mod squad dedicated to just making sure everything was just going to go smoothly. So I said, let's get everyone together. Let's have a conversation. Make sure everybody's on the same page about what is and isn't allowed on the stream, and then take it from there. And so they, like, shout out to my whole mod squad. Like, they held it down. I didn't even have to look at chat for any longer than like a second for something to get rid of. So I was just like, I didn't have to say anything. I have to tell them to do anything.
Got it.
So that alone was just like a really awesome experience to kind of see. And also, it's an eye opener because it's a situation where, just like being here, not everybody has that opportunity to do so.
Right.
So I'm always grateful that I have that opportunity to do anything, whether it's just meeting one person that like I admire, or whether it's being amongst all of my peers who are just amazing people that I get to spend that time with them and get to know them better, and hopefully have more opportunities just like the Twitch front page where I get to share my passion and love for gaming with as many people are willing to watch.
You got you. And it was really dope. I think you played The Hunt at one point.
I did.
That was an entertaining stream, sir.
That was, everything was unexpected about that.
It went south on that one.
It went south immediately.
Gotcha. So, speaking of things going smoothly,
yes.
Let's go ahead and jump in there.
Yes.
How difficult is it for you not to say something offensive on stream? Because apparently it's very difficult for other streamers.
That's hilarious that you asked that, and I'm so glad you did. You know, I have something called Loot Day, Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
It's a day that, you know, I bring my community together to just celebrate things that are lewd. You know, it can oftentimes be looked at as like a negative thing, and especially in like kind of American culture, to express your sexuality, express things that you like, and share that with other people.
Yeah.
And it gets wild in there. It gets crazy, but
oh yeah, it does.
It does. But it's like an event. It's a special event, and I think it's important to try to know where that line between like saying something offensive is and like being still respectful but silly or crazy or goofy, right?
Right.
So I'll use the example of I can talk about this, right? The N-word.
Yeah.
I'll use the example of the N-word.
Oh yeah.
I literally do not say it on stream. I don't say it like outside of stream either. So I don't judge any person of color who does say it off stream.
Right.
But you know, sometimes you'll let it slip, sometimes you won't. If you aren't a person of color and you do end up saying it by accident, there's a good chance you say it offline. I'm not saying it's a guarantee.
Exactly.
There's a high probability that you say it offline enough where it's slipping out.
It's slipping out. It's part of your vocabulary.
It's part of your regular vocabulary. And like as a person of color, as a black dude, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can say that all I want.
Yeah.
I'm making the conscious choice not to because I don't want to normalize that as a part of not only my own community, but like people coming in, and then that's their excuse to try to let it slip, right? So,
right. Yeah.
Do you play shooter games very often?
Yes.
And you know how often you get called that word, right?
Yes.
It's like a systemic problem in the gaming culture right now. And I feel like that everyone likes to apologize for these huge streamers when it was just a mistake. I'm like, there's no such thing. You can't accidentally say that word.
Yeah.
That word's in your vocabulary.
It doesn't just come out of nowhere.
In a fit of rage, that's the word that comes out?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're running around your house screaming that word. That's
Saying
my
that in
problem
private
with
company.
it.
That word.
That word.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll use an example of what a mistake looks like and what a mistake doesn't look like, right? The PewDiePie situation, the Ninja situation, those were less mistakes and more just like, crap, they found out I said the word.
I got caught.
Right, I got caught. I'm going to use an example of somebody, I don't want to say their name because I don't want people to start like trying to look into things.
Yeah,
Right,
sure.
right,
He's someone that I really appreciate and love his work. He's in a fighting game community. He's an awesome human being. He gets literally thousands of people watching and like commenting in his streams at any given time. And I'm pretty sure there was a combination of two words in quick succession that he said that made it sound like it basically was an N-word, but it was very clear he wasn't trying to say that because you could see the chat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a ninja dagger attack. And because he's reading chat and responding to someone fighting him, he said it quickly and like skipped a part of that.
Yeah.
And so ninja dagger.
Yeah.
And
Some people heard the wrong thing. They're like, uh-oh.
And he didn't notice that he said it.
Got it.
And so when someone else pointed it out, he turned into a ghost, like I'm telling you. And so this is a genuine example of someone who clearly had no ill intent or didn't even mean to say
That's
it at all.
just a tongue-tied situation.
Right. So we have to be mindful of those kind of situations.
Right.
And then also be like, all right, dude, there was no reason for you to put that word in there.
Yeah.
And at the same time, with Twitch's new community guidelines,
Yeah.
they have said, we're going to look at the context of the situation.
Yes.
Because it might have not, like I said earlier, I don't think there's a good time to use that word on stream.
Yeah.
But if someone is singing a rap lyric, I can understand how Twitch is going to view that differently in the context.
Right.
Right.
But also, it has to be a part of that actual song.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just not pointing no elbows.
Not,
man.
I pointed it right at the camera.
Has to be a part of the actual song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even then, be mindful.
Be mindful.
You
yeah.
got to be careful with those situations.
But like, what can we do as a community to root people out of this? Because it's not just Twitch.
Yeah.
It's every game I play, man. I've been called that word in Rocket League. I've been called that word in Halo 1, 2, 3,
yeah.
Reach.
Yeah.
Every Call of Duty I've ever played. PUBG. We have this stream.
Yeah.
We got a chicken dinner. We were streaming. We went into the
The
pregame.
lobby, yeah.
This guy's playing the most racist song I've ever heard through his voice chat. And
my
like,
God.
I'm on stream. I'm like, crap, like they're gonna think I'm playing this.
Stop.
I'm like, so it was like I was gritting my teeth that whole lobby because I'm like,
People
I
are gonna
want to
hear it.
say something,
Yeah.
but at the same time I don't want to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know what we can do because it's been like 20 years of this.
Yeah. I think we talked about this a little bit about it being systematic, and a part of it is like American culture, right? Like it really isn't that much of a thing overseas, right? So there has to be a lot of education about what the word is, where it came from, how it was used throughout history, and why people of color still use it today as a term of endearment, and why it's not okay if you aren't a person of color to use that as a term of endearment, even if you don't have ill intent. And part of it is us normalizing it as a part of regular conversation. So, people will hear people they look up to, like they'll hear Drake, they're saying it, all the time in songs or in just like conversation, like, yo, man, I want to be like Drake. Like, so part of it is that, right? They want to see that, and I don't want to put blame on our people for saying it in public, because like we should have that right? That's our
It's your
word
freedom
for
of
each other.
speech.
It's our freedom of speech, and there's a freedom of consequence with freedom of speech. So
Yeah, of course.
there's that whole side. So part of it is making it not so much of a normal part of everyday conversation. I think that's like
It was weird for me growing up, right? So I'm a brown dude.
Yes.
I'm not black.
Yes.
But racist white people are kind of lazy.
Yes.
They just throw
Yes.
the word sand in front of the N-word.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they don't even bother with the sand. They just call me the N-word.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I think it's a bad word that I don't feel like it's my word. Even though I get called it,
Yeah.
I'm still like, that's not my word. It's
Yeah.
not part of my conversational language.
Yeah.
So when I'm around someone who might be brown that says it, I'm like, yo, like, that's not
Chill
really
out.
our word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
it's weird because, like,
It is.
we're clearly a very small minority. Muslims in America are like less than 3%. You know what I mean? So I like to call myself the super minority. But
I like it.
but you know what I mean? At the same time, like, sometimes I definitely feel like part of it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like you mentioned, people of color can say it and have a different leeway to it.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't think we should encourage that either, because then it starts to spread outside of the culture.
It does. It does.
Yep, it does, for sure.
So most people say the rule of thumb is not just POC, but like if you are black, you can say it. If you are not, just don't.
Yeah,
So that's like
just leave it alone.
Just leave it
Like,
alone.
It trips me out. Like, how difficult is it not to say that? Like, I've had people legitimately be like, please, can I say it? I'm like, no.
Why do you
Like, never. Like, that's not a thing.
And
Yeah.
the
You
wildest,
don't get a card. You don't get like a one-time only,
No,
like,
you
get out
don't.
of jail free card. None of that shit exists.
Yeah.
Don't say the word.
Yeah, and then like on another note, I don't like when they say it around me.
Yeah.
So I check them. People, I'm expressive on my face.
Yeah,
So
yes,
they can see when I have a problem with it. And with this one particular guy, sweetest dude in the world, but I'm like, dude, if I give you that pass, I cannot be there for you in every instance. You say this around the wrong person,
you slip
I can't
up,
help you.
you're gonna be gone.
That's your responsibility at that
Yeah.
point. But you do a lot of variety Twitch streaming. You do some other stuff too. You've got a comic coming, right?
I do.
Tell us a bit about it.
So, quick story. It takes place far into the future. It's a post-apocalyptic story, and everyone's warring over control of what they call the relics.
Okay.
There's an old world. There's a new world. That's the one that they're existing in now. And everyone knows that there was such thing as an old world because of the relics. And they're putting the pieces together to figure out what happened to the old world to cause the new world. All these factions have their different motives, right? Some of them want to take control of the relics to further understand and advance humanity.
Yeah.
Some of them want them because they want power and they want to have control over what happens in the future. And these relics can be something as simple as a watch, or they can be something like a gauntlet that amplifies your abilities. So in many cases, language is power, and knowledge is power, and truth is power. So people all want that for different reasons, and so it kind of takes it takes some of the stuff that we take for granted every day into context. So like historians,
it's valuable to someone else.
It's valuable to somebody.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line in the future, they're going to use that to help understand how our lives were before that, just like we've done with the generations before us.
Gotcha. You've been doing some of the creative process on your streams, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. I saw you working
Yes.
on the animations. You got like a trailer coming. Look
Yes.
pretty cool.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I'm not an animator, but I am animating part of the comic book trailer. So there's going to be a Kickstarter available for it. The trailer is going to be one part live action, a bunch of people, some that you may recognize. I'd like to have you on there too.
Yeah.
And you as well. Giving their conspiracy theories of how they think the world will end, because that's kind of what the premise of the whole
This
story
seems
is.
appropriate for this time.
It does. It wasn't intentional.
I got an idea.
This idea happened way before. Listen, I don't want to say anything political.
I will. No, it's all good.
This has been percolating for a while now, and like I'm not finally at that point now where a lot of the work on the actual book is done. Now I'm doing the trailer, then I'm going to continue finishing the book. Very excited about it, and hopefully you all at home and you guys are going to like it.
Yeah.
That's
This sounds
exciting.
really dope. Sounds
Yeah,
dope.
that sounds really cool.
So where can people find you?
So on Twitter, you can find me at BlackOni, BLACKONI. On YouTube, you can find me at Will Wiggins, because someone took BlackOni a long time ago.
We must find them.
We must find them.
It's like that jerk that took Shaq News on YouTube.
Yes.
He will not give it back.
We will not.
He doesn't even have a channel. Give it
Doesn't use
back.
it at all.
Exactly.
Same thing with yours?
I mean, there is a channel, but it hasn't been updated in like 10 years. So I'm
Oh
like,
my
okay.
goodness.
We
That's
need to get
ridiculous.
Mr. YouTube on the phone here.
Yeah, we need to fix this problem.
He's probably here.
Gotcha. and on Twitch, it's
On
Black
Twitch,
Oni.
BlackOni, Instagram, Facebook, BlackOni, all that good stuff.
Yep, gotcha. Just like we've been talking about, the Twitch Prime is out there. Hit that subscribe button, check it out. You definitely should watch the streams. I enjoy them. If you want to go in on the lewd day to get a little taste, dip a little toe in there, it's an absolute blast.
It is
But
18 or older.
You got one more. Yes, 18 or older.
Yes.
You got one more message you want to give to the people before we shut it down?
Be good to each other. It's not hard. It's important. It helps this industry grow. It's how I've grown as a human being and as an influencer in this industry. If you want to make it anywhere in life, be good to people.
Yeah, it's positivity, and let's lift each other up.
Yes.
Quit taking each other down.
Yes.
Right on.
Thank you. Tune in. We still got some more streams coming here at the Shaq News booth at PAX East 2018. We're shutting this down, but we got another one right after this. So don't even exit out of your page right now.
Yeah, don't close the app.
Yeah, don't close it.
Stay in
Don't-
chat. Keep
Yeah.
spamming Bible Thump or whatever you want.
Whatever you want to do. But we'll see you shortly. Peace out.
We'll be right back.